Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I feel like this is my version of Good Morning Vietnam, right? Say the same thing every week, but that's okay. Want to make sure that we cover it off for everybody. John, if you're watching from England, then good evening to you. Good afternoon to those of you who are watching from Chicago or Colorado or any of those areas, or even Toronto. And good morning to those of you who are on the West Coast. Elizabeth, if you're watching, and Angelo, he's going to be joining us as well. Although he's got a 2-hour time difference, so it's actually noon in Mexico. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, I'm going to show you the agenda for the day. And I didn't do it properly. Okay, I'll fix that. So we've got a few topics to cover off. I will fix those subject liners in the meantime. But in the meantime, I'm going to bring on Angelo. So hello,
How are you?
Angelo.
Hey,
Very
everyone.
well. How are you doing?
Doing good. Feeling a little relaxed, getting a little sun, can't complain. Little
Hanging out.
hanging out, drinks, pool time, literally in the pool.
Yeah, I know you're actually in the pool right now, aren't you?
I am. I figured that'd be the best way to talk to you guys in the pool.
Yeah, perfect. So you were at Secrets Bahia Mita for about
Correct.
4 or 5 days. So why don't you just
Maybe
take
eight. Maybe eight,
was
but
it
who's counting?
8? Oh gosh, I totally lost count there.
Yeah.
So can you go ahead, like, just give us a couple of minutes of in a nutshell, your thoughts on Secrets Bahia Mita?
Secrets Bahia Mita is a beautiful property, huge, huge. It seems to be following the new trend that the Secrets Dreams co-branded properties are doing, where they have the one side that's Secrets Dreams and the other, and that they've also done it where they share a few restaurants for the adults only, and then family also. And then, like I said, the new style seems to be that they've made them very large properties. Playa Esmeralda is now huge. I'm going to guess that Secrets Macau, Dreams Macau is going to become a huge property. This property is pretty big also. That is Secrets and Dreams, and so it's following that style. And then also they're trying to make sure they have plenty of variety for everyone to take care of the kids if for the dream side, but then also for the adults or people who are there for wedding parties that are adults staying on the dream side. They're giving them the option to go over to Secrets so that they can partake in the adults only thing also. So it's something
Now,
new I've noticed.
now with that, so if you're staying on the secret side, you can go and have drinks and have food on the dream side. Is that correct?
Correct.
And
100%.
then if you're staying on the dream side and you want to just go for a swim or go for a drink on the secret side, are you allowed?
You are as an adult only, but if you
Yeah.
want to actually go to the adults only restaurants that are part of Secrets, so for
Yeah.
example, at Bahia Mita, they had the Seaside Grill on the Dream side. So what we're all used to, the Seaside Grill, right? Like the Oceanas. And then over on the Secret side, they had their own version of the same thing, but with higher end food and better choices. And they called it Blue Water Grill over there. Now you can, if you're staying at Dreams, even as an adult only, you can't eat at a couple of those restaurants. You can't eat at Bordeaux. You can't eat at Blue Water. But if you pay an upgrade, you can do what they call Secrets VIP access, and that will get you access to the bars that check, and also definitely the restaurants that definitely do check. So you can partake over on the secret side.
So, um, and how much, do you know how much the upgrade was?
It was yeah, it's $100 for your stay. Well, I should say $100 I think per week. I don't know if you're staying longer than a week if they go
Mhm.
higher, but I know it's $100
Okay. Interesting.
total, not per day, total. Which I was like,
Cool.
okay, that's not bad. I mean, $100 if you're there for 7 days, get you a couple of the better restaurants. I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. And then it does give you a bit more variety.
yes,
Oh, Tammy's asking, what about preferred club? So if you're
it does.
staying in, it doesn't
It's
matter.
so it does not. No, no. The VIP access. I don't know now. Now that I think about that, I don't know if it did or didn't give me prefer. If it give you preferred, I know. So there's like okay. So there's this. I was going to get into. There's two different things they're doing. So they have the VIP access. I guess it does give you access to the preferred, but I'm not sure now. Definitely not preferred rooms. But they also have another thing that I found out when I got here. They have something called Secrets Access. So if you're staying at the Dream side, you can pay for an upgrade. It takes you to the preferred floor that they have now here is floor 15. They call it the penthouse floor, and it gives you access to everything, including preferred club.
Interesting. So instead
And
of just
that
actually booking that room category to start with, so this would be dependent on availability, I presume.
exactly. And so you get a room, and that is an extra $100 per day.
Okay. Okay. Bojangles, Linda's asking, was that
Hey,
$100
Bojangles.
per person or per room?
I don't know the answer to that question because I'm here by myself. So I know that they said it was 100, but I don't know if they were telling me that because it was 100 per person or per room. So I don't know the answer to that question. I'm gonna guess it's per person for the room.
Yeah, I would as well.
Probably, yeah, I would guess it's 200, but don't quote me on that.
Right.
Because if it's per room, it's even a better deal.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, the only difference is it's giving you access to those 2 extra restaurants.
Correct.
So it's not,
Correct.
you know, like you already can go there for drinks and stuff like that. Oh, no. So Tammy, no, it's for the duration of your stay. You pay there's the VIP thing, and
VIP
that's
access, which
$100.
gives for at least a week, 7 days.
Yeah. And that
And
gives
then
you
they have
access to the 2 extra restaurants.
correct. And then they have a new thing that they call Secrets Access, which gives you access to everything, including the preferred clubs, the whole thing, and that's $100 extra per day, including the 15th floor of the hotel, which they call the penthouse.
Okay. So there you go. That's how much that is. Um, Interesting. So then what's I guess if you book preferred club to start with, those rooms are in a better location. So that
Yeah,
is another benefit to booking preferred club.
yeah.
Um,
Now, yeah. So what's interesting, at least for Vallarta Bay, let's talk about. So Vallarta Bay, if you book preferred here has its own building, and the balconies all have their own tub. This outdoor tub,
mhm.
right? If you do it as an afterthought, and you're a secret, and you upgrade to the Secrets Access, which gives you the penthouse floor, which is 15. That's in the main building, and it's a regular balcony with no swim out tub, or not swim out, but soaking tub outside. You have the
Soaker
normal
tub.
tub inside your room. Right.
Yeah.
So that's the difference
Okay.
there.
And those ones, the Secrets Access is per day.
Correct.
The
VIP
VIP
access
for the 2 restaurants is for a week, we think.
for a week. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
think it's got to be up per week. They just, when I was asking them about it, that's what they told me, but $100. And I go, oh, per day? And they go, no, your whole stay. And I go, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's interesting though, I mean, on one hand, I like that they're saying, okay, if they're going to have different room categories, and if you've booked the higher room category or the higher club type room,
Mhm.
then I like the fact that you have other benefits. Like there's a reason you want to upgrade, and there's value to that. I
Correct.
guess I like the fact that they allow you to sort of revisit that decision upon arrival and go, oh, we want to use that pool or go to the preferred club lounge or whatever. So you can do that as an afterthought, but then it kind of detracts from the people who have paid for that up front.
Yeah.
And realistically, is it going to be, let's say you're there for a week, is the difference between a regular room and a preferred club room $700, or is it more, or is it less? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to start
Yeah.
weighing that.
And then I don't know how much of a variety it is. If you booked, like if we just did as a straight a hotel stay, you did just Secrets regular, junior suite, and Secrets preferred junior suites. What's the spread there? Is it more or less than 700?
Exactly. Like,
Was
can
it
you
a better deal
justify
to
that
wait?
cost?
Yeah. And is it a better deal to book early or to do it last minute? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you're now at Secrets Vallarta Bay, which
Correct.
is co-located with Dreams Vallarta Bay, which used to be now Amber.
Yeah.
So I,
Yes.
I know we keep
Which
talking about all these name changes. It's just ridiculous.
yeah.
So yeah, go
Just
ahead
like
and
the
show us.
I was going to say, just like the Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun now is Dreams.
Well, it went from Hyatt Ziva Riviera Cancun to Hyatt Ziva Riviera Maya, and now, yeah,
Yes,
it just
to a Dreams hotel.
yeah.
It's so much,
Oh, just stop already.
So I was
All
telling
right.
Christine earlier, I'm in the pool. I'm in the sunbathing pool, so I'm keeping myself cool. Got the hot tub. You got the so this is the let me get over here. There it is. That's the Dreams Preferred Building, the Dreams Main Building, Secrets' main building, and then Secrets Preferred, but we're probably gonna get blinded by the sun, so I'll turn that around.
And I wanted to point out that Angelo's camera is doing the same thing as mine the other week, where it's reversing. So when he's
Yeah,
pointing to where the dream side is, which looks like it would be on the south side of the resort, it's actually the opposite. So Dreams is
yes,
on the north side of the complex. Well, it's not a complex, it's two resorts side by side. And on the
yes,
north side is the Dreams property, and on the south side is the Secrets. But they
correct.
are literally side by side. Now, when I was there, which was about 1.5 million years ago, you could fairly easily cross between the two properties, and they weren't restricting access to the extent that they are now.
Yeah,
But now they've built in a lot of walls, and as you said earlier, literally the only way to go over to the opposite side is through the lobby or around on the beach.
correct. The lobby connected here, and then over at the restaurant here, right in front of the beach, you can walk between the two. There was used to be a few access points that you could cross it, but those are all gone. They've all been blocked. They put spa huts in there. There's a whole bunch of things. So yeah, there's no more easy access.
Tammy said it looks lovely.
Yeah,
Louise said nice. Louise also has a question. I don't
yeah.
think this is our regular Louise. I think this is a different Louise. She said, "Hello, is the location of the Hotel Bahia Mita isolated from pictures? It seems to be."
No, it is not. I sent you a couple pictures that you got Bahia Mita, the Secrets, and the Dream side. On the Secret side, there's a Palladium hotel that is up and running and current. And on the Dream side, there's a current construction going on, and they are building a condo building over there. So I know what she's referring to because I saw the same pictures she's talking about on the Secrets and Hyatt page. And it shows like, oh, you got a forest on both sides, right? That must have been back in 21 when it was one of the first hotels there. But now there's a Grand Palladium on the one side, and the other side is under heavy construction, doing a condo building. I don't know the name of it.
Okay, but it's not really walkable to anything, is it?
From the hotel?
Yeah.
No, no. I mean, you can walk on the beach a little bit to a couple other hotel properties, but
Mhm.
outside of that, yeah, no. There's like no little town that you go to. Like literally here, excuse me, literally here, you go out the front door, you are right there. You go up go down the little street, and you are in downtown Puerto Vallarta.
Mhm.
You go north, you will hit the marina, and I'm sorry, south. South is the marina. About 1 mile, and if you go north, you hit the Malecon.
Right, right.
So
Um,
we're right here, So it's very interesting. This is very walkable. This is like being in a hotel in a major city downtown.
yeah. Yeah, I like it for that actually. So, she said it is the regular Louise, but not regular, fabulous Louise.
Special Louis,
Well,
extravagant.
and yeah, and we wanted to know, Louise, if you have a second, how was Secrets Royal Beach? Because I know you just got back from there, so curious to hear
Yeah,
how
let us
that
know.
was. Yeah.
I'm curious because
Angelo,
oh, I was just gonna
go
say
ahead.
I'm curious too because that's one of the properties I have not been to in Punta Cana, and I had it on my short list. So I'm just curious what she has to say about it.
Yeah, for sure. So I've got a few photos here. So I'm just going to kind of flip through these. I don't know if you can see what I'm
Yep,
posting
I
here,
can see it.
Angelo. Okay.
Yep.
So I think this was one that you took for me to show me that where that very tall building is, that used to be an empty lot. And so when Angelo was first arriving there last week, oh, and I should also say, Secrets Bahia Mita, from there, you guys will recall last week, Angelo was switching hotels that day, and you were able to get an Uber from,
Yes.
Bahia Mita is about what, half hour, 45 minutes from Puerto Vallarta.
45, 45 minutes easily. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So it's
just to
quite
give
unusual.
well, and I'll also tell you this because I know this was on your thing. I was popping in and out of the conversation last week because I was in the Uber running around. Um, the question I think you guys were talking about: do the shuttle or taxi or an Uber, right? And if it's safe and all that stuff, and the pricing. Just to give you an idea, taking the shared, like a shared or direct shuttle from the hotel to go back down towards the airport or the other hotel, they wanted over $100.
Yeah.
And just to do the Uber cost me $35.
Yeah. And that's usually the way it works, like a fraction of the price. And this is why I'm getting I'm getting more and more annoyed at the way the taxi unions are, because like even the other day I was reading about some taxi driver in Playa del Carmen that ripped off a customer. The person had a $500 peso bill, and
Okay.
I don't know how much the taxi ride was, like 40 or 50 pesos probably, and the guy took off without giving them change. And
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
guys, don't get all upset and in a hissy fit about Uber coming in when y'all are perpetually ripping off customers or taking people to the wrong place, or you get in the taxi, you've already confirmed the rate with the concierge or the bell desk, which has the standardized list of taxi rates.
Right.
And then you get in and the guy wants twice as much. And it's like, okay, so screw you. I'm going to take an Uber because I know what the price is with an Uber.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's my rant, my rant for the day.
No,
She
but I
said she
agree.
loved it.
She
It was
did.
Royal
Okay.
Secrets Royal Beach, and she said it was beautiful. So
And how was, and I think they refreshed the hotel if I remember correctly. So how did it look pretty refreshed, Luis? That's what I
so
had heard.
there's
So,
there's a 20 or 30-second delay usually from what people see to by the time they get
being
to
able to reply.
yeah.
No worries. So yeah, no, I agree, and it's sad because the I remember I've been coming down to Mexico for 12, 13 years now, right? And I've
Yeah.
always used to take the Amps, and I take Amstar all the time or get a taxi. And they were back then, I remember, and I'm like, okay, they were a little bit over expensive, but they were fine. You're paying a little extra, you're in the tourist area. It is what it is, right? But
Yeah.
it's funny. I was looking back at charges that I used to, for in my accounting program thing, and I was just looking at old charges, and I'm like, look at this. In less than 10 years, it's more than double to do the exact same thing. I come from the Cancun airport, or even here, coming to PVR, and then come to Secrets Vallarta Bay, and I couldn't believe how much the prices had doubled and double and a half some of them. So I'm
Mhm.
like, they're doing it to themselves and taking themselves out of business. That is opening the window for an Uber and a Lyft to come
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
She said yes, they did do an update. So
Good.
there you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
And then I
So
don't
yeah,
know.
you better
I'm
put
not.
that on your list.
I'm going to put it on my list because it's actually one of the hotels in Punta Cana. Because I've done Secrets Tides, I've done Dreams Onyx, I've done Punta Cap Cana. There's a whole list I've done of them, and I kind of want to do Playa Esmeralda, but I'm 50-50 on it now. But
Yeah.
it's a trek to get all the way up there. It's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So Secrets Royal Beach would be a much nicer hotel, quicker hotel to get to, and also it's close enough that I could possibly sneak in and do Zotri for 3 days.
Oh yeah, true enough. True.
Yeah.
Zoetry is a very different property. Um, Not really my cup of tea, if I'm honest. I love having the spacious rooms, but it was just very quiet. And the other thing that really annoyed me at the Zoetry Paraíso de la Bonita in Riviera Cancun is that the butlers there were reserving. There was so few chairs. The chair to person ratio was way off, way wrong,
Oh
and
no.
and then they had the butlers were reserving chairs for people on at the pool and on the beach. So it
Oh
was
no.
like, come on, like you don't have enough chairs for people now, and now you're reserving 2 chairs for each individual person. Like that was just bad.
That's
Um,
aggravating.
yeah. She said the beach was one of the nicest in Punta Cana. Well, there you go.
Oh, okay. And how were the vendors, Luis? Were they troublesome, or there are very few vendors out there?
She said very lush and beautiful. Oh, we'll wait for her to respond on the vendor
Yeah, just
situation.
give her a 30-second time.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So when Angela was first coming here last week, and I had spoken to him prior, and I had said, one of the things that I like about Secrets Vallarta Bay is the location, but one of the things that I didn't necessarily like about it is that they had an empty lot behind there, which was full
Ah,
of roosters, and it was an empty lot. So it's where a lot of the tour buses would stay or like stop off in the morning or early morning. And there was also lots of wild dogs. So all night long and cock-a-doodle-doo at all hours of the day and beep, beep, beep as the buses were reversing into their spots. But
correct.
now that we've got that, where's a picture? So now that's a condo. And so that problem has been resolved. And this is
Yes, and
another
it's
one just showing, on the right-hand side, the tall building and the, steeped building or the terraced building. That is the secret side.
correct. Correct. Also,
Um,
yeah. So, and it's funny that building. Since when I started coming down here, however many years ago, 8, 9 years ago, 10 maybe even, that building had always been there, unfinished,
yeah,
half half erected. It wasn't even full height, and it was always interesting because you'd walk by there at night, and there were you'd hear music coming out of the building. There was homeless people living in there.
oh, yeah,
So it
yeah.
was always. So I was shocked because when I came back down here after a 7-year break on the Vallarta side, I thought the building was either going to be one of two things. It was either going to be torn down or in the same position it was in. So it was a surprise to see that this building is probably 25 stories tall.
Mhm,
It's huge.
yeah.
So and completed, and people are living in there.
Hmm, cool.
Oh
Louise is saying, "Not too bad if you say no, they go away." So pretty standard stuff.
yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like here in Puerto Vallarta, and you see it everywhere. When I was in Uvera Alto and Cap Cana, you see it too. But you see the see if I can get like there's a vendor right there, and he's just showing off his stuff. And
Yeah.
they set up on the beach, but they actually are pretty good here too. The only place I ever found it where it was a little rough was the very first time I stayed at the Dreams Onyx in Uvera Alto. That one was very interesting. You'd say no, and the next one would come, and the next one would come, and the next one, and you're like, oh my god! I guess it had gotten really bad. But the last time I was there, uh, last year when I did the tides, is same area, but they were definitely not that bad. So I don't know if it's been brought to their attention, been by the hotels telling them to not be as aggressive.
I think that's part of it. I think it's also, feedback from the guests. I think it's also how much they're actually selling. And I think a lot
Yeah,
of it has to do with the economy. If they're struggling and there's not enough tourists and then there's not enough people buying stuff, they might be more aggressive because they've got to work that much harder to make money.
yeah,
Whereas if they're making lots of sales, then it's like, oh, okay, whatever, moving on to the next one. Because why waste your time on somebody who's saying no when the next person might wholeheartedly say, yeah, what else have you got? What else
uh,
can I buy?
right. Now, have you ever purchased anything from the beach vendors?
Um,
And
yeah.
Louise, same question to you. And same question to you, Louise. Did you buy anything when you were done? And Christine, I know Christine's in here too. I think you said the other Christine. Oh,
I
and
don't know
Tammy.
if Tammy's here. Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, I
I'm
bought a
curious.
hat. I bought a hat from, I'm a sucker for hats. It's so stupid, but I don't know what it is. Like for some women, it's shoes. For other women, it's handbags. For me, it's hats. I don't know why. But so yeah, I have bought hats before. I also took a hat down there once, and it was a cowboy hat. And I thought, oh my God, like this is just going to be impossible to pack on the way home. So I went up,
Yeah.
walked out to the vendor guy, and I said, do you want this? And it was like I was speaking Martian. I mean, he could speak English, but he just couldn't like, what do you, what? You want, like, do you want me to buy it? And I was like, no, you could just
I was
have
just gonna
it.
say you sold it. You sold it to him, didn't you?
No, no, I just gave it to him. You know what? Like, I didn't want it anymore. I didn't want to pack it home.
Yeah.
And if I can give it to him and he can make even $5 off of it, then giddy up,
He's
you
ecstatic.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
the people who leave the extra alcohol, the pool floats, the
yeah,
sunscreen, that they leave it and they put it on the posts online saying, I'm in
yeah.
room whatever, come get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay,
always
you
find
have
somebody
two.
by the pool that is, that seems nice and they're not like annoying and playing really loud music or something. And I'll give them my pool floats or whatever. I mean,
Yeah. Well, and why make them pay $30, $40 for sunscreen if you brought so much and you want to leave it
yeah,
behind? Give it to
yeah,
them. It's to their benefit because at the
exactly.
gift shops, it's $40 for sunscreen.
Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts. And there's people that are actually at Secrets Mirabel and everybody's joking. They're like, "Oh, haha, the suntan lotion at the shop in the lobby is like 40 bucks." Or you could spend $1 on the taxi and go into like not El Centro, but like the main tourist area by where all the dance clubs are. Go to the
Yeah.
Chedraui and buy suntan lotion for $8. I mean,
Uh-huh. It makes no
stop.
sense. It makes no sense,
Yeah.
Or you stop at any of the pharmacies that are along the way,
Yeah.
and they sell sunscreen in there too. And even it's a little
Yeah.
bit marked up, but it's not as bad as the gift
Not
shop
like
is.
exactly, exactly. So this was another picture, and this shows more of the delineation between the two properties. So on the
Yes, that's why I
left is
showed it.
the secrets, and on the right, so you can sort of see that makeshift wall in between. And I think they've done a good job of making it look. It doesn't look offensive, and it doesn't look like it's just a hacked up wall that they've put. And
Yes,
then that's the beach area. So the
yeah,
beach, compared to when I was there last, is actually it has expanded a bit. This was your room.
yes, that's my room.
And then what else? Oh, and then I get into the food. So I'm gonna
That
guess this is
and that's the
preferred club lounge.
that's the preferred club lounge. Yeah, that's why I took a picture of that so you guys could see. That's at that's at Barefoot Grill. Actually, they have amazing
Oh,
buffalo wings. Oh, barbecue
okay.
wings, I should say. So just a heads
Yeah.
up, I wanted to show that. Little lunch.
Yeah. Oh, and a mimosa. I see that.
Yeah. This is at
Get
the French restaurant.
Yeah, so I
This is at
mean, the
Bordeaux.
plating at these properties is always really good. Um, and then
That
the
is
beef Wellington.
yes, with ice cream and
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah, that
classic.
is yeah, pickleball.
Oh,
I know
yeah, and then you can wear
people
it
are
off.
yeah, well, and it's funny because people keep asking about like things like pickleball, right? That's such a
Yeah.
big thing right now. So I wanted to show that. This is Bahia Mita, just so you guys know.
Oh,
That's
it was.
Bahia Mita.
Okay, okay. I couldn't tell, on the separation of the
Oh,
photos, and also, because they all just kind of go one to the next one the way it comes onto my computer. Um,
yeah, no, I
but
got you. But that was so just so people know that is Bahia Mita. They have 3 or 4 brand new courts of pickleball.
yeah.
Here at Vallarta Bay, they have tennis courts.
Okay, 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 yeah, that
Just
makes
in case
sense.
anyway, because I know someone that's always like a common question I
Yeah,
always see.
for sure. So this is the pools lit up at night, and, if you've ever, heard me talk about it before, I've always said Puerto Vallarta has gorgeous sunsets, and
Yeah,
this is,
yeah.
I think, one of the best shots, like, just showing
Hmm.
the golden sunset there. So, yeah. And oh, yeah, Louise says she bought sunglasses once, yeah. They did not
They
last
didn't last
very
very
long.
long.
Yeah, they broke. Yeah,
Luis,
the first time
they,
go ahead.
they broke. Yeah, I was just gonna say, back in the heyday when I used to cruise a lot more, I remember like the first year I packed like everything in the sun from the house in there, right? That I went to the cruise ship. The second year, somehow I forgot to bring sunglasses. How? Who knows? Anyways, the first port I stopped at, I got sunglasses. I think they were $10. They were so thin and garbagey and whatever. They were broken by the time I brought them home. They broke too. So I'm with you, Luis. I know.
So the first time we went to Cabo, and of course, and this was before I was in the travel industry, but I mean, you still knew like you really shouldn't be swimming in Cabo, but it was kind of like, and we were there with another couple, and of course, Dean and Dave were like, oh, we're going to go in the water. And so off they go. And the first thing I think both of them did was lose their sunglasses in the waves. And so they came out onto the beach, they bought some more sunglasses. Great, fine. And they had got tumbled a little bit. So it's like, okay, we'll wait till the waves are a bit, soft or whatever. And then the
Right.
next day, Dave was out walking around or something, and he decided he needed to go for another swim. And he
Oh
lost his
boy.
other pair of sunglasses.
Oh no.
Yeah. So disposable
Yeah.
sunglasses, right?
Yeah. And they're just knock off China brand, whatever. But
Yeah.
what you got to do, what you got to do.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Now I didn't see
So
anyone ask. Did anyone ask about how the beach? There is no seaweed, no red kelp. There's nothing going on here. It's beautiful, the water here.
well, that's the benefit of being on the West Coast, right? There really never is that kind of issue. I'm going to 𝖳𝗏𝖺 with Tammy in January, and I was
Oh,
watching some videos of it because I'd never been there before. And I was watching some videos by the country collectors who have since parted ways.
yeah.
But looking at some of the beaches there, it's like, wow. So if you ever think, oh, well, you'd never get nice beaches on the West Coast like you can get on the West Coast, or on the East Coast,
Right.
that's definitely not true. There's definitely some gorgeous, gorgeous beaches there. And like I said, the beach in front of Secrets there is actually quite wide or deep, if you will.
It is.
So lots of space there to relax and enjoy. So what have you got
And
on deck for your last day here?
literally probably just a lot of pool time and maybe a little bit of beach and just hang out here. I did a spa day on Monday. I did the spa, the hydrotherapy, all that good stuff. Uh, so that was a blast. The hydrotherapy was a little interesting. Normally that hydrotherapy pool is usually pretty warm, like a little warm, right? Comfortable, like bath water, right?
Yeah.
They must have just refilled that thing the day before because I got in there and I was like, and the guy's like, it's going to be poquito frío. I'm like, poquito. I'm like, holy mother of God. Everyone, it was like the ice plunge pool. You go in there and you're like,
Oh,
oh, God. I made it through it, but I had goosebumps that were like this big on my skin.
oh no. Oh, what do
But
they call it? Chicken skin. They call it the chicken
yeah,
skin
it
in
was.
Mexico.
Oh God. But you know what? After that, and I got into the hot tub back towards the end of it, it was amazing. I'm like, oh, my skin feels really good now. I must have needed the big
Oh yeah,
contraction and expansion.
yeah, exactly. Um, Bojangles said, "I'm far behind here, but which floor are you on? Angelo looks high." Yeah, so let me
I'm
show
15. I'm
you.
the penthouse floor, 15.
Yeah, so then that's the view up there. Yeah, yeah. Remember we were talking last week, and Angela was like, "Oh, I'm gonna see if I can get an upgrade." Yeah, that didn't
I
take
don't
long,
know.
did
I don't. They just showed up and they get no. I may have just said a
it?
few. I may have said just a few things.
Yeah, maybe.
Christine knows I'm very shy.
Yeah, yeah. They probably had the red carpet rolled out for you.
Oh yeah, the funny thing is the Bahia Mita concierge girl called ahead and told them I was coming to the Vallarta one, so they had
Oh,
me. They knew I was coming. It was just right. I went right from the car, from the Uber, right in, checked in, straight up to the room. It was amazing.
oh, that's great. Yeah, you gotta I
Yeah.
love it when the room's ready and you can just go straight in and unpack and get started. Yeah. Cool.
It's nice because you know how it is on a travel day, even traveling between hotels. It sometimes becomes a lost day because you're just out of
Yeah.
you're packing from the one side to unpack on the other side. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
try
And
to
it's,
I try to make it smooth.
yeah, and I mean, like Tammy and I, God, how many times have we done that where, like if Tammy and I were going to go, well, maybe not these days, but back in the day, if we were going for a week, we were probably staying at 3 hotels, sometimes
Mhm.
4. And so, like
Wow.
you said, you got to kind of work out your times. Like if you got to check out at noon, then it's like, okay, where are you going to have lunch? Because you're never getting in that next hotel room until probably 3.
Yeah.
So basically, you're going to have 2 to 3 hours of wasted time, and it's not necessarily wasted because you're enjoying the food or drinks and getting a sense of feel for the resort. But I mean, it just wasn't productive. Louise has a question for you.
Okay.
She said, "How was the foods at Tides? A friend of mine was there last week, and she says the food was good, but not fantastic. Nothing special."
So the food at Tides when I did it last year, last uh, November, the what I remember is the South American restaurant. I forget the name of it now, but there was a South American restaurant that was. It was so funny when I had it. It wasn't good. Other people a day later said it was good, and I was like, okay. The Asian was good there. Well, no, I lied. The teppanyaki table was good. The Asian sit down was okay. The Mexican was okay. Nothing to write home about. Oh, Portofino though was good. So the Italian was very good. I do remember that. I went there like 3 times because I enjoyed it. It was that good. The teppanyaki I did once. Like I said, I forget the name of it because it's a unique name. It's the only one that I'm aware of that has that brand. That like I said is South American. I didn't have a good meal there, nor did my friend that was with me. He didn't either. Um, so that take it for what it is. But now here's something interesting. So here at Vallarta Bay, and I love Italian food, right? Here, truthfully, I haven't been thrilled with the Italian here though. But the Asian for some reason is amazing here, like better than all the other ones I've ever been. It's another Himitsu, same brand.
Yeah,
But for some reason, I don't know what they're putting. It must be extra MSG in the food or something.
yeah,
But
I
it
know.
is. I've already had it twice, and I'm going to have it one more time tonight because I'm like, oh God, it's been good.
Yeah, but it's funny, like, everybody's got their own, favorites, and remember when we were at Vivid last year,
Hmm.
and everybody was raving about the Asian restaurant, and
Oh,
I
upstairs, yes.
look, Dean and I living in Vancouver, we have some of the best sushi in North America.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard to get excited about, but I enjoy it. And if I can get all you can eat sashimi, count me in.
Yes.
And we went to the Japanese restaurant, and that was my least favorite out of the
Oh,
entire
wow.
resort. And everybody else was like, "Oh, I loved it. It was really good. Have you tried this yet?" I was like, "Yeah, no." So it just goes to
And
show
that's
you
the
that, for one person then loves it and the next person doesn't like it at all.
But it is funny that you mention it because the week you and I were both there, that 2 years ago, right? I was
Yeah,
kind of not I was like with it too, nothing to write home about, right? I was
yeah,
there again last year, or April, whatever it was, and I was there
yeah,
and I did it again. Not nothing, and I love Asian food too, but
yeah,
like I said, this one, I don't know whoever the cook is
yeah,
here, amazing,
yeah.
amazing. But there, not really. I don't know what they're doing differently. I mean, it's sad that it could be such hit and miss. But it's like any restaurant in a major city, in Chicago, in Vancouver, you could have two Italian
Oh,
restaurants now, and one's amazing, the other one's eh. You know?
well, look at the show Hell's Kitchen, Some
Oh
weeks the
yes,
kitchen's got it all together, and other weeks, forget it. For love nor money, can they get food out and get it done properly? So,
yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
everything's hit and miss. Louise is saying Secrets Royal. She said the Portofino was very good, and Bordeaux was fantastic, and the what is that? Blue Water?
Yeah, she's talking about Blue Water Grill.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay,
there you go. Yeah, so get that on your short
yeah,
list.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I'm glad she actually went there because I remember I was avoiding it because it was always like, oh, it's one of the older properties, da 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 da, da. And I was like, okay, I don't want to. I'd rather do with a nice fresh property. That's why I was curious how the refresh went and if it was good.
She said she had a huge lobster with filet mignon. It was to die for.
I'm with you.
Oh,
I'm with
that
you.
makes me hungry.
Oceania, Oceana is their version of Blue Water Grill here.
Okay. Gotcha,
It's the
gotcha.
same.
Yeah, it's
And
funny how
even though
the
they're both
names. Yeah, I think
secrets, they're all over the board.
so. I think Secrets Mirabel has the blue water. They've got kind of a little bit of a mix and match of the different restaurants. But just to talk about that for a quick second before we let
Yeah,
you
go
go.
ahead.
So Secrets Mirabel did open on time, and Linda, I did do a topic thing, but
Go
it's gonna
ahead.
cover my face, and we're just all over the board, so I'm just whatever. We're doing
You
away
should
with
run
that
the
this week.
random topic
The
at the
ticker,
bottom. Just keep
yeah,
going.
exactly, yeah. So, Secrets Mirabel did open on the 15th, and, there was just, I think, 25 people, guests, on the first day.
Wow.
So it was very, very small, and, um, not a lot of stuff by way of activities and stuff like that. The restaurants, they have told people that they're all going to be open. Um, Look, I know from experience, Angela, you'll probably agree that when a resort first opens, purely based on the occupancy levels and getting the staff up to speed, they usually have them open on a rotational basis. Why would you prep all that food for a restaurant to be open to have 2 guests? I mean,
Yeah.
that's like just the amount of food waste makes me, cringe. But also just, it's not an effective use of resources. So,
Correct.
but the food that I'm seeing is insane. Like, people are writing in, and if you're not part of the, Secrets Cancun Mirabel, fans Facebook group, that's the group that I run. So hop on there because people are posting photos and talking about their meals, and oysters, mussels, lobster barbecue on the grill, ossobuco. One guy, he wrote in, he's French, and he took his wife, for dinner to the French restaurant. He said it was the best meal he's ever had in his life. The foie gras was like insane. Um, like, the food that they're rolling out is spectacular. So I don't know. I was talking to Dean about it, and he's like, "Well, when Hyatt Zilara Riviera Cancun, Riviera Maya opened up, even I can't keep the name straight anymore. The adult only one, Hyatt Zilara.
Yes.
When that one opened, they also were doing, like, they had a big, big bowl of paella that was like the size of your kitchen table kind of thing. They had mussels and prawns, and not if they had oysters, but like they really went over the top. And I think partly because Secrets Mirabel has had so many delays with the openings, that they kind of want to make sure that they start with a bang, and they really look like they're achieving it. So, um, I do like more property
Yeah.
also. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, and the steaks that the people have had at Secrets Mirabel, they're just saying it's, and I'm looking at, so it's on the Hyatt Inclusive Collection app now. So you can go through and you can see the menus. I have heard rumor that they're gonna charge for teppanyaki. I think that would make them the only resort that I've ever been to that charges for teppanyaki. So I think maybe somebody misheard that. Um, we'll see. I'll be there in 2.5 weeks, I guess. December 5th, I will be
You got
at Secrets Mirabel.
you guys excited?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good.
It'll be
I'm
great. Yeah,
curious. I'll be curious to see what you guys think of it.
yeah. Well, and especially like I thought it was a great hotel as the what was it now, Emerald? Now Emerald? Yeah,
Mm,
now Emerald. Just the, like he keeps saying, the bones of the resort, the structure was really good. And so I was really pleased to see when they did the renovations and refurbishments that they left a lot of that the same, and then added on the new tower, as well as changing the rooftop a little bit. So I have to wrap my head around it a little bit to try to be like, okay, what did it used to look like and what does it look like now? And I'm gonna have to dig out my photos to see if I could do a sort of side-by-side
Side by side.
comparison. Yeah. So
Are you
it'd
going
be
to
fun.
try to get into as many of the room categories as possible
Yeah, that's
when
my
you're there?
intent. Yeah,
Good.
so I've already been emailing with the hotel about all the videos that I want to do and stuff like that. And I've said, one of the key things, um, priorities of what people want to see, different room categories and the buffet. I don't know.
Yeah. No, if you, that'll be huge. It'll be just like you did with the Hyatt Vivid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll probably have about conservatively 10, probably closer to 20 different videos. The gym is not open yet, but what they are doing is they're allowing people to go to nearby other sister properties and
Okay.
use their gyms. So I think that's great. I've heard mostly Dream Sands, which makes sense. Secrets the Vine is closer, but the people who go and
Oh,
stay at
okay.
Secrets the Vine are fit people, and their gym is always packed, even in the evening when everybody's like, it's happy hour, give me another drink. And there's people in there that are stone cold sober, have like 3% body fat, and they're on the treadmill giving it, so yeah,
You got to, yeah.
yeah. So,
No,
well,
I'm looking forward to see your Mirabel videos come December, and then because I'll be out there in May, so I'll be curious to see
yeah,
what has changed and what has opened since you were there, and then I'm 5, 6 months behind you.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
It'll be
Yeah,
it'll be
so
good for comparisons.
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
So my plan is, so next Wednesday, I'm actually flying. So I'm thinking on Thursday, I need to get my bearings. And then, so I'm going to go live from the Rio Palace Kukulkan on Friday. And then on the 1st is when the Rio Ventura is supposed to open. So that's a Monday the 1st. And then on Wednesday the 3rd, I'll go live from Rio Ventura, which is, there's Rio Palace and then there's Rio Ventura. So sort of
right.
secrets or dreams compared to a sunscape. So, more national brand alcohol, that kind of thing. And then I was thinking, I've got my schedule here. So I'm looking around my laptop. I think Saturday the 6th, I was planning to go live from Secrets, so that I have a
Nice.
chance to sort of be there for a day or two. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan. So yeah, so a little bit messing up our days of going live, but all the better reason for you to hit that like button and subscribe so that you do get notifications when I go live from these different places.
We need a little
So
variety to keep us on our toes, Christine.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was more than 20 minutes, but thank you for
Whatever you want.
taking time out of your day. It's always good to get updates from you on the different places that you're at, and especially hearing about these changes with the different charges available.
It was
Some
so.
good, some
It,
bad.
yeah, it's very interesting. It's something brand new, and I thought it was a one-off at Bahia Mita, but then I come here and they're doing the same thing. So I'm like, this might be something new that they're pushing across. I'll know more, and maybe you'll know when you hit Mirabel. You'll see if they do
Yeah.
it there. But is it something that they're pushing out? Is it just coincidentally? It's just a West Coast thing, like what I'm saying, the Secrets Dreams out here, or is it something they're going to push across all of the all of the high brands?
Well, I mean, in thinking about which ones are co-located, there's Playa Majeres.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, yeah, there's really nothing else. Mayan Riviera. Um, I don't know.
A couple in
Do
Punta
they?
Cana. The Punta Canas have it.
Yeah. Yeah, Punta Cana as well. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to ask, what they have available, or what their plans are for that. Linda says, "Just want to thank you, Angelo. My boys are looking into Puerto Vallarta for their wedding, so the timing is perfect for checking it out." Oh, cool.
I'm glad. And then just so you know, both I sent Christine some pictures so she could send them to you, or I could send them to you if you want to message me. There's at both of these properties, they are having nonstop weddings every night. So they have it set up to a they have it set up to a T, where they can do the
Yeah.
families and keep it separate and have their locations
Mm,
while the guests still do their own thing, and it doesn't affect them. And some of the pictures I had sent you, Christine, and I didn't know what we were going to go through. The reason I had sent you the couple in Bahia Mita of that green area where they had the wedding and all that, literally they
mhm.
would they would be empty, and then that during the day they would throw up a whole wedding venue, right? And then by the night is over and it was over, they had torn it down. By the next morning, it's back to the green thing with just a little
Yeah.
gazebo thing, and that's it. I was like, holy cow! And
Yeah.
the thing is, the next day they'd have another wedding or reception there,
Yeah.
and the brides don't want the same thing, so it'd be a totally different layout, the chairs in a different
Mhm.
spot,
Yeah.
the overhead lights, and so it's amazing. So for them to know, to look at the PV stuff, both Vallarta and I know Bahia Mita are doing amazing jobs with that.
Yeah, I mean, Tammy and I used to laugh because we'd be walking around the resorts and we see these guys and they're working so, so hard. And it's like
Yes.
they put it up and then they take it down. And then the next day they put it up and then they take it down. It's like
Yeah,
just
it blows my
nonstop.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, why don't you just leave the lights up? I mean, save yourself the grief. No,
Yeah, I
they're
know.
down.
I know. It's crazy. But you're right. Everybody does want unique setups. And I was really surprised in your photos to see um not only how pretty the setups were, but also how they managed to make them look completely different, different look and
Yes.
feel to them. So, you're not gonna feel like it's a cookie cutter wedding for sure. So,
Yeah, no. And at the Bahia Mita, they have the section that I was just talking about with Christine. There's another thing that they call the moon roof, and that's a whole separate section that they could either do your wedding, your actual wedding there with their thing, and you have your wedding not in the sand, but you're overlooking right into the ocean. So it was a very cool thing. They call it the moon roof.
hmm, very nice.
Yeah. So
Louise
it
says,
blows
"Thank you for
your
all your
mind.
feedback as well."
Oh, you're welcome. And then if anyone has stuff that they want to ask later, they can put it in the comments below, and I'll take a look and I'll answer what I can.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and your Asian dinner tonight.
Yes, definitely. And then I fly back home to Chicago tomorrow, back to 40-degree weather.
Oh, good times, good times.
Yeah. What am I going to do?
Um,
Finally got to go back home and make some money.
go home, make some money, and then get booked for Secrets Royal Beach.
I like that idea.
There you go. All right, well, we're gonna let you go here, Angelo, and we'll finish up and have a great rest of your day.
Sounds good. Have a good day, everyone. Bye
All
bye.
right, bye-bye. Bye. Oh, that was awesome. It's always so great when Angelo's in destination and loves to share information, and he always takes so many photos. It's so cool. And Tammy said, "Enjoy. Thanks so much." That's to Angelo. Um, and then let me see what else did I have for topics. So we kind of did the dreams changes in prices, update on that, update on Secrets Vallarta Bay. So Ryu, Christine, if you're watching, I was just looking through a brochure on the Rio resorts. They sent out a travel agent handbook, and it was saying some of the changes that they've incorporated. And they basically said, we've listened. And so I know I've said this to a lot of colleagues over the last few years that I I mean, I have stayed at a lot of different Rios, going back 10, 15, 20 years ago. And, they were fine. But as far as, like we used to always joke that the beds were hard as rocks. The sheets were like awful starchy material. Like they just felt uncomfortable to sleep in. The food was meh. And, the drinks were fine, but they have changed so much. And I guess part of the reason why I would be staying at them is because, um, for example, I stayed at the Rio in Saint Martin when it was a Rio, and it's now a Secrets. The Rio in Paradise on Paradise Island in Nassau, the Rios in Aruba. Trying to think where else, but staying at these properties and then noticing the subtle changes, and then coming to stay at the Rio in Cabo San Lucas. That was a few years back. And just really seeing how they incorporated a lot of the feedback. And so they have made an actual corporate decision to get softer bedding. The smallest bed that they have now is a queen size. And they're also on their refurbishments and renovations and stuff, working towards closed bathrooms. Now, I'm curious to see at Rio Ventura what that looks like, because it is going to be more family oriented. Is it going to be fully enclosed bathrooms, or is it just going to be like a closed toilet? I mean, it's okay to have that open space, I suppose, but having the bathtub in the middle of the room, unless you got the room to yourself, doesn't really work. So, yeah, it's interesting, but they are listening. So you got to appreciate that. And Secrets Mirabel, yeah, we talked about this. So, lots of really great things that we're hearing from there. So, I'm excited to go. So, like I said, next week we will not. I'm not going to go live from the airport because it's an airport. But I will be going live on my plan. Is the Friday? Yeah, on the Friday. So that will be the 28th. 28th. Can't see me. Just get rid of that. So Friday the 28th, that'll be live from Rio Palace Kukulkan in Cancun. Wednesday, the 3rd of December, fingers crossed, hopefully it's open. Hopefully the exchange program works as planned. Go live from the brand new Rio Ventura, which is supposed to open on December 1st. So we shall see. And then I switch over to Secrets Mirabel on the 5th. So hopefully on the 6th, Saturday, we'll do an impromptu live. And I'll just share my initial thoughts on the resort and what it's like. I won't have had much of experience at it, but our experience at seeing what the resort is like and stuff like that. But nonetheless, want to share that with you as quickly as I can, because I know a lot of you are looking forward to staying there. So that is everything that we have for this week. And we're, 10:59, right on time. Well, not that we ever have an end time, but try to keep it to an hour or less. So thanks for tuning in today. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe, because then you will get notifications for when I am doing any impromptu lives. And of course, if there's anything crazy and wild going on in Cancun while I'm there, I will share that with you as well, and just hop on live or do a quick video about it. So stay tuned for that. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your week. And we will see you guys next Friday. So thanks for tuning in, and where's it?